All right, let's talk about a gem that has a fascinating, kind of split personality. On one hand, people see it as this symbol of immense power, a little vessel of solar energy. But on the other hand, it's really just a mineral, a crystalline form of aluminum oxide. So let's dive into this tale of two stones, the ruby.
So, you have to ask yourself, what is a ruby, really? I mean, is it just a beautiful, durable red stone that we love to put in jewelry? Or is there something more going on just beneath that brilliant surface? That's the big question we're going to unpack today.
And this is exactly where the story splits in two. For centuries, astrology has looked at the ruby and seen a direct channel for the power of the sun itself. But, modern science sees it very, very differently. To a scientist, it's a corundum mineral. Beautiful, yes. Rare, for sure. But at its core, it's basically inert. We're talking two completely different worlds for one single stone.
So let's start by exploring that first identity, the mystical side. For thousands of years, the ruby wasn't just a pretty gem. It was a talisman. It was like holding a tiny piece of the sun right in your hand.
And this belief, it goes way, way back. In ancient Sanskrit texts, the ruby got a title that really says it all, Ratna Raj, which means the king of gems. And listen, that wasn't just some poetic nickname. It was a reflection of its incredible status, a stone reserved for royalty and warriors who truly believed it gave them protection and power.
So what kind of power are we talking about here? Well, in Vedic astrology, the ruby is your direct line to the sun, or Surya. Wearing one was believed to channel the sun's energy to give you some very specific benefits. We're talking enhanced vitality in leadership, a boost in self-esteem and motivation, more courage. It was even said to protect you from negative forces. If your horoscope showed a weak sun, the ruby was pretty much the go-to cosmic fix.
And you couldn't just, slip it on whenever. Oh no, there was a whole ritual. To really harness its power, the stone had to be set in gold, which was the metal believed to amplify the sun's fiery nature. Then, it had to be worn on the ring finger, but only on the right hand. And the very first time you put it on, it absolutely had to be a Sunday. The sun's day, of course, sometime between sunrise and new.
Okay, now let's switch gears completely. We're going to leave the world of astrology and step into the lab, the realm of geology and physics. In this world, we see the ruby not as a stone of the sun, but as a stone of the earth. And boom, this is where those two worlds just collide. Take a look at this comparison. Where astrology sees a source of healing energy, science sees an inert stone that doesn't emit anything at all. Where astrology claims real health benefits, science finds zero direct link. But what's really fascinating to me is that last row. Both sides agree it can improve your self-esteem. The huge difference is in the how. Is it some metaphysical power at work, or is it just the simple psychological boost you get from wearing something so stunning and valuable?
So, what is it, scientifically speaking? A ruby is corundum. It's a crystalline form of aluminum oxide. And from a materials science perspective, what makes it so special is its incredible hardness. It's actually one of the most durable natural minerals on the entire planet, which of course is why it's so perfect for jewelry that's meant to last a lifetime or even longer.
Okay, so we've got these two stories, the mystical and the material. But where do they actually meet? Well, they meet in the marketplace. That's where both the ancient lore and the scientific rarity come together to create some truly staggering value.
And when I say staggering, I mean it. A top-quality ruby from Burma, now Myanmar, can sell for over $1 million per carat. That is more than almost any other colored gemstone out there. So this isn't just about a pretty stone anymore. This is about rarity, it's about history, and it's about an enduring story of power.
This chart really drives home a key point. In the world of rubies, where it comes from is everything. You can see right here how Burmese rubies, which have been coveted for centuries as the royal gem, just command the highest value by a huge margin. Now, Thai and African rubies are still very highly prized, but that unique history and quality, it gives Burmese stones a prestige in the market that's pretty much unmatched.
Today, gemologists have a whole system for this. You've probably heard of it, the 4 C's. We've already talked about origin. Burmese stones are the benchmark. Then you've got color. That perfect, vivid, pigeon's blood red is what everyone wants. Clarity, well, that's just about the lack of internal flaws. The fewer, the better. And finally, carat weight. Because large, high-quality rubies are incredibly rare, their price just shoots up exponentially with size.
So, where does all this leave us? We've seen the ruby as this vessel of cosmic energy, and we've seen it as a simple collection of atoms. So what's the final verdict here?
It really brings us to the central paradox of the ruby. Scientifically, it's an inert object. It doesn't actually do anything. And yet, it remains one of the most culturally powerful and financially valuable objects on our planet, capable of inspiring awe, commanding fortunes, and even defining royalty.
Which brings us right to our final question, and one I'll leave with you. What truly gives the ruby its power? Is it the specific arrangement of its aluminum and oxygen atoms? Or is it the centuries of human belief, desire, and pure admiration that we've poured into it? What is value, really? Something to think about.